Welcome to Nepali Oral History Project Beyond the Gurkhas. Could you please tell us something about you?
Right, everyone, namaste. My name is Umesh Kumar Pun MVO. I'm the Gurkha retired officer living here in Colchester. So today, very nice to have an interview with your project.
How long have you been living in Colchester?
I actually been in Colchester since 2000s because when I was in the military, we used to moving around in barracks. Therefore, first we moved into the Colchester 2000.
Being as an ex-Gurkha and living in Colchester, obviously you have lots of memories from back home, Nepal to here. Could you please tell us something, your journey from Nepal to England?
Yes, when I was 17 years, my dream was to join in the Brigade of Gurkhas because when I remember up in my very remote village, a lot of Gurkhas when they come to the leave, they looks very different, they are very smart, they are very fit. They used to come in for our get together, which is Nepalese term called Mela. Then they show off their skills about the volleyball and basketball. So it's really looks interesting for those boys who are up in the village. So my dream was to be like them. So that was my dream. So I always try hard to work how to get in the Brigade of Gurkhas. So this is 1979, dream came true. So I joined in the Brigade of Gurkhas.
Since then, you mentioned that you like the very sporty things. Are you a sporty person?
Yes, I think I'm quite good on the sports because when I was in the military in Hong Kong, I managed to win Best Player of the Year twice in the basketball within the Brigade of Gurkhas, and also other sports like basketball, volleyball, swimming, badminton, hockey. Any sports, I'm quite good, so I pick very easily and very quickly. So yes, I'm quite sport.
Could you please tell us something about your retirement life other than you are doing other? Are you still working or any kind of business? Are you involved, anything?
Yes, when I was about to retire, 2010 October, I was really worried. But other side, we were very fortunate to settlement visa here in UK. Before that, obviously every Gurkha has to go back to Nepal for after the retirement, so that was very difficult. But because of this term and condition change, so we are able to settle in the UK. But I didn't know what to do. But most of the Gurkhas, after the retiring from the military, we go to the security job. But I done few different courses in order to prepare my retirement. But fortunately, I managed to run their business with my two brothers. So we bought the British proper pub. So we changed to half of the premises to the Gurkha restaurants. So it's called Britannia Gurkha Restaurant. So now we are running, this is just over 2 years. It's doing very well. We do just normal Gurkha things like Gurkha curry and nothing else. We do not have menu because we're doing everything fresh. So it's running very well at the moment.
So how you describe yourself, as an entrepreneur, or I heard that you are working for some Gurkha families in Colchester. Could you please tell us something about Gurkha families and you are working with them and other community commitments?
Yeah, when I was young, because I grew up in the village and I gone through the very hardship up in the village. So I was very fortunate to join the Brigade of Gurkhas. So now going through the ranks, all the way up to the very senior rank, which is the Gurkha captain, then retire here in the UK. And I always thinking, if I can make someone happy, I will be very happy. That's my simple principle. Therefore, when I showed a lot of my Gurkha veterans here in UK, I knew they're going to have a lot of problem because some of them never been in UK because of they don't speak language, they never been in UK, therefore they don't know about the British value that much. And it's obviously religions, way of life, food, clothes, everything new for them. So what I'm trying to do is I'm just a little bit educate them about the British society and British value. Same time, we do have also good things in as a Nepalese, as a Gurkhas. So we like to maintain that our standard in order to educate our British public as well, so we can understand each other. So what we're trying to do here is we try to integrations our community to the British society. Therefore, all the British public understand our cultures, our way of doing things. Therefore, it's good for us and also the local British public.
And could you please tell us something about Gurkha stories, which I saw in a website? What's that exactly stand for? Gurkha stories means?
But basically, Gurkha story. When I seen a lot of good books, but we didn't have actually the individual's life about the Gurkhas. Basically, very simple things: where they grow up, how they spending their younger life when they are very young boys, then how they get into the Brigade of Gurkhas. So after they join the Brigade of Gurkhas, what they've done, how many operations they've been. Then obviously, as I said before, Gurkha is not allowed to settle in the UK. Therefore, everyone need to return back to Nepal. So during their retirement in Nepal, how they spend their retirement life. Then now, because of everyone come back to UK, so now their lifestyle is completely changed. So what I'm trying to do here is just capture their life, exactly what happened when they are very young with their family, then how they managed to get in the Brigade of Gurkhas, what way, and during their military life, and also after the military retirement, and now here in UK. So we try to capture all of this different life story of many Gurkha veterans. So far, we managed to interview 21 Gurkha veterans, that is including one of our Victoria Cross Ram Bahadur Limbu, Captain Ram Bahadur Limbu, and also most of them from here in Gurkha Home. So we try to basically capture their basic life about the Gurkhas.
Did you get any fundings, any support?
Yes, we did. We did funded from the Army Commandant funds. So that's why we can carry on with this project.
So do you work only for Gurkhas or other civilians who lives in Colchester?
Right. Basically, most of the time I spending with the Gurkhas because they got a lot of different letters coming from many different agencies like pension credits or housing benefits, and also they do get a letter from the MOD pension service, which is from Nepal. So they don't know how to fill in. So my idea is to just write or help them if they're necessary. So most of the time we need to witness sign on that letter because this is just the justification for their still life and living in UK. So that letter has to go back to Nepal. So that's where I'm helping lots. And also if their appointment coming to from the GP, obviously if the letter I will read out, then make sure the date is correct and time is correct and place is correct. So that is where I'm helping. And also, like I said earlier, because of we are very beginning new life here in UK. So our aim is to integrations to the society. Therefore, I would like to work with the local here in Colchester. So I'm also working with some schools. We go to the school or GP, we helping them to clear up their gardens or anything like that. And also during this our Gurkha story package, we also do the children's about the Gurkhas and Nepal. So our audience for the school is year 7 to 13. So their school package is already online. So all they need to do is just download, and it's teacher package in there, and the student tabs also in there. So it's already prepared for them. So they don't need to spend that much money to research. All they need to is just download and just go through that package. So we try to give them a little bit education about Nepal and Gurkhas.
Are you the founder basically for Gurkha House, am I right?
That's right. I'm the founder of Gurkha Home project. So this is where we are now. This is the first project we ever done. And we try to expand everywhere in UK where the Nepalese community are, where the Gurkhas veterans are living. I know there are a lot of Nepalese community here in UK, so we try to expand. Very good news, we will do very soon in Swindon, because it's almost very last stage of our negotiation with the council and the house or property portfolio. So next our project gonna be in Swindon, but we try to do everywhere where the Gurkhas and Nepalese community are.
Could you please tell us something about your family also, because beyond the Gurkhas means would like to see how we pass our legacy to next generation.
Right. Well, my father was Indian Gurkhas, and because of Indian Gurkhas, I born in India, very near from the Shimla. And when I was only 3 years old, unfortunately my father had accidents in the battalion exercise where they had to convoy moving in the military vehicle. He was top rank in the battalion. He was the Gurkha major or Subedar major in the Indian term. And very unfortunate that incident happened, so he was killed on that accident. Once that happened, I have my older brother who was only 5 years old at that time. My younger brother, who also now business partnership with me here in Colchester, he also Gurkhas in the British Army. He was only 3 months old at that time. So when my father passed away, the 4th Gurkha Rifle sent back us up in the village where my father came. So it was very difficult time for my mother, because 3 sons, very young, my mother also very young, and no husband, and up in the village was very difficult. So when we 3 brothers grown up, then my older brother joined in the Indian regiment, same battalion as my father, and became same rank as my father, which is Sudha Major, which is very good news. Now he's retired and living in India with his family. I myself joined in the British Army, my service in regular 31 years. I retired as a captain. I'm still with the reserve forces in 71 London Yeomanry Signals, and my squadron here in Colchester, 36 Essex Yeomanry Signals. My brother, also Gurkhas, who served 16 years with the second Gurkha Rifles, now retired as a corporal, and now he's retired here in Colchester and running business with me and also with his family here in Colchester. And I have 3 children. My son, Rushan, who is my older son, he done his all the education here in UK. He was born in Hong Kong when I was in Hong Kong. My daughter, she is also born in Hong Kong, and she is now registered nurse here in UK, and she working in the Colchester General Hospital. And my youngest son, who is just 6th Form College here in Colchester, and my wife Rupmaya, she also working in the General Hospital as ward hostess, and also the rest of time she working with me in our restaurant.
It's a very incredible journey and inspiring story. We are focusing on Essex, and I would like to know more about the Nepali population, in particular in Essex area. Yeah. Essex means Colchester area.
Yeah, right. We are in Colchester, 180 families. Obviously, someone new arrival, if they're new arrival, they come in and join with Colchester Nepalese Society. We do have elected committee, which is run very well in the Colchester Nepalese Society. And we do have younger generations. We try to teach them our identity, who we are, where we came from, what is our Gurkha's ethos. That also go hand to hand with as a community plan. We do organize a lot of charity work here for the Nepal, and also our women's, those who are living in Colchester, we do time to time coffee mornings, some religions organizations, festivals. So we do have 4 calendars a year for different types of party, which is one of the Dasai. We get together, all families, no matter children or older, we get together as a family. So we celebrate that Dasai. And also we do a barbecue in summer, which is just last week done. And we do a lot of different participants here in Colchester, like carnivals and any charity run by the council or mayor or anything. We as a Gurkhas, we try to take part as much as possible within the community here in Colchester.
So, would you like to tell something? I would like to know more about in terms of youngster as well. So how they are adopting life in the UK in terms of new arrival.
Right. There are two types of our Gurkha children. Firstly, those who are already done their SLC, which is the equivalent as a GCSE here. Because of education's level different back in Nepal and here in UK, therefore some of them got a little bit problem because of their level of education back in Nepal and here in UK. Therefore, a lot of them, I can see they start to working. Because of they do not have high qualifications, therefore obviously they can't get good job. So they have to take whatever job they can get it. The other group, which is the born here in UK or Hong Kong, then they never spend their life in Nepal. They straight come into UK, they educated here in UK, and although they are Gurkha children, they are no different than local British children. Therefore, they are very different group. This group, those who are already grown up, and their lifestyle is compared the other group who educated or grown up in Nepal slightly different, because I don't think so they got any problem because they gone through the in school with their British children. Therefore, they adopt, they speak exactly no different with the pronunciation, everything. So I think they can easily work with them. The other groups got a little slightly problem because of their background, because of their not enough qualifications which require here in UK.
What is your other future plan in terms of your Gurkha House and then other commitments?
Right. Right now we are trying to do on behalf of Colchester Nepalese Society. We collect a lot of money here in Essex for the earthquake victim in Nepal. So we had a meeting yesterday. So we are taking responsibility to go back to Nepal, and obviously we can't build everywhere. Therefore, what our plan is to find out most victims place where no any connection from the any big charity or even the Brigade of Gurkhas, and also the Nepalese government is not that much look after. Therefore, what we're looking for is the very remote village where the village people are very poor, they don't have money to build their school. Right now there are a lot of schools flattened in Nepal because of this last earthquake. So our plan is to make sure this donor money goes to the victim up in the village for the children to build this school. That's what our next project, that's where we're trying to do it.
So you are very happy at this moment for your achievement. Would you like to add anything else would you like to share?
I would not say my achievement, but I would like to be help other, and also same time, like I said, I have a very simple principles. If I can make happy someone, I will be very happy. So I'm not thinking I done a lot of achievements, but I'm just doing as a Gurkhas, as a Nepalese, helping here in society, and also trying to help Nepalese people back in home when they got such a disaster earthquake. So I will do my duty is just basic day-to-day routines, just carry on with that whenever, however, when I can. So that's my dream, and I'm very happy to do that and carry on, and I like to be busy life.
Thank you for taking part of the Nepali Oral History Project Beyond the Gurkhas. Would you like to say anything in the conclusion?
As you mentioned earlier, your project is very good, that's why I'm taking part here. I'm hoping all of our Nepalese will listen this one, and also the other our local British citizens, those who are listening this. we just normal citizens. We like to be good citizens, and we like to integration here in UK. Therefore, we like to just educate our children, our identity, who we are, how we come to this country, and we need to be a good citizen. That's all I like to say. And I very appreciate your time and having me to interview in your project. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Captain Umeshkumar.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.